Sorry, Danny boy. This has to go bye-bye. Yeah, I got ourselves another sprayer here. Came back for a little rework from a different tech who quit, which is fine. So that means that I got to get soaked in oil. All because, for some reason or another, the guy did not want to change the seals. He put a bunch of old seals back in instead of changing them, and returned all the new ones. So luckily all the new ones are still in stock because he never used them. But basically I had to take all these pumps apart, everything apart, and just redo everything because reasons. So here's all the seals I already went through. Yeah. Kind of not impressed. I mean, these things are cheap. Cheap! I guess thing here, $2.50. So now I'm sitting here, who knows how much money, taking this all apart, fixing everything for basically $2, maybe $10 worth of seals. Change your damn seals, people. So today's project, or more or less, not today's, but 2 or 3 day project. Take the hood off. I didn't quite have to take that out, but it was in the way of a few things because these engineers seem to really think of ways to really, time consuming, very time consuming. The hood, see, I had to loosen this whole box off just so I get the wires through the frame over here. The wiring for the hood did not fit through there. So I had to do all that playing around so I could fit that huge thing through there. And the whole reason we're doing all this work is because these fan motors, those things, tend to start leaking after a bit, which is fine, except it's not very accessible. So I figured it'd be easy to take all this out all in one shot. But engineers are a little bit more ahead of us because they've done, so if you look over there, you see that hose or that pipe? That pipe goes in there, way deep in there. You can't get to it unless you take this whole unit out, because engineers, why would you do that? If they didn't do that, this probably would have been out in 10 minutes. But no. Now I got to figure out how to get all this apart and get behind here, pull this out, force this over without breaking anything, because, well, they have all the piping through the shroud, because that makes sense. CNH, why do you hate mechanics? It's ridiculous. Oh, sucks to be me. Finally got the new one in. Managed to get this out. Took a bit, took a lot, but Basically, got just enough here. Splitter open, out the top. Yeah, it's probably gonna clean this up a little bit more, a little bit better before I throw out a new piece in, so nothing falls in or gets messed up. Yeah, struggle is real, but ready to go in now. All that for that. And then we got this beauty. Big old combine. The other guy, he just finished doing a rotor pull. Pulled this big thing out because the bearings were going and something was wrong in the very back. So this whole thing came out. It was really cool. I wish I would have had it on video, but I was out on the road and stuff at the time, so they're just getting that back together. What a beast. What a unit. Here we have a beautiful Case Quadtrac 580. We're doing a product improvement program 2. Now what we're doing here is we're changing some lines. Let's allow me to get comfortable. So we're changing the lines to a slightly bigger one here. So a slightly bigger line, or a thicker diameter anyways. And it goes up in here. Let's get underneath. So it goes basically right here. Goes all the way down to splitter manifold right there. So what you want to do is when you get started here, first thing you want to do is start loosening all that. Just loosen it, don't take it off. Less mess. Right? Just loosen it. And then you can take your clamp off, slide this back. It's 2 bolts, no big deal. Just seeing these things, that's all it is. All right. And then what you want to do with this particular one, you have to get all the way up by the pump. If I can get a good pointer to it here. Yeah, a little difficult. A little difficult. Basically, you got to get up to that fitting up here. Yeah, I don't know what happened there. Whatever. Anyways, we'll do it the easy way. We'll blow it up. So you got to get up to that fitting. And what you got to do is you got to swap them. You got to swap this guy over. This hose used to be on that side. And that there is the harder one to do. Because you got to really stretch. You got to do your stretches, boys and girls, to get all the way up there to get that done. Because yeah, and it's a little bit of a mess. Not gonna lie. But yeah, that rides off the pump, so they want you to swap that over. And that's where the crow's foot 13/16 comes in handy for that particular hose. So then once that's done, you're gonna go up. Let me get the heck out of here again. That's what I'm saying. You gotta do a lot of stretching, a lot of stuff. And then you want to come up here. You're gonna remove this because the brake line you're changing is right there, which connects back there. So then this gets out of the way. Then you get to hang upside down. And there's a bracket down there. So you're gonna put a new one of these in. And there's not two holes, so basically you're just gonna nut and bolt the other side while this side's on the bracket, which is fine. And give you a hose, give you one of those nuts. You're gonna have to get bigger washers for the one side. So basically everything's here. Get your tools ready. That's a 3/8. And like I said, you just pop that off and it's all open. Oh. Climb back down. Now in this kit, they send you pretty much everything you need, except for what I just showed you on the pump underneath, where you got to swap the hose. They don't send you the seals for that particular one. Why? I don't know. They're getting better though, because before they were sending this stuff without those, because you need those for your new ends, right? Gotta seal them up. You ain't gonna throw old ones in. That's just dumb. But they're getting better, so they got three more they gotta send with this kit. I'm gonna make a note of it, because me and my complaining got this done. So you gotta keep that in mind, that you gotta have those seals for that T and that other fitting. Other than that, other than a lot of stretching and a lot of squirming and getting yourself in there, kind of hard on the knees and the elbows, it's actually not that bad of a job. So there you go. Here's some tips for the PIPs on the brake lines on these particular units. Ain't she beauty? Yeah, still struggling with this minty brake line stuff. This here appears to be a little bit too long by about 1.5 to 2 inches. I can struggle and put this on, but then we get really close to the drive shaft. You'd be sitting kind of like right there. That's a little too close for my comfort. So I might just take this, see if I can get another one shorter or smaller, either through our parts department, or I'll go get one made, because this should be, in a perfect world, right about there. And as you can see, that's what I mean by about 1 inch or so, 2 inch, too long. Okay, so now this is what I'm talking. It took me two hands to get this back up here. Now obviously it's not straight down, but look how much closer we are to that drive shaft. Way too close. Like, that's really close. Even if you get here, if anything's to happen, that's the first thing that's going to hit. So I don't know if I should just struggle and get that on there or what. That's rough. Yeah. See, but